My name is Olivia Trembath, and today I will be conducting a critical analysis on the statement, a healthy body through diet and exercise can cure mental health issues or illnesses. Critical thinking is defined as the correct assessing of statements. In the current state of the media and the spread of information, it is becoming more and more important to critically analyze presented health information for its merit and reliability. The constant exposure to conflicting or false information causes mental fatigue, making it harder to process and evaluate new information. This is also known as cognitive burnout. This also leads to a lack of trust in sources, institutes, or government, leading to reputational damage, harassment, or even violence. The spread of false or harmful information damages relationships between communities, leading to a breakdown in trust. Thus, it is imperative that news is critically analyzed, particularly when involving health. The distinction between misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation is extremely important in the spread of fake news. Misinformation refers to fake or misleading information, however, it is spread unintentionally, whereas disinformation is fake or misleading but spread intentionally, and malinformation refers to true or accurate information, which is used and manipulated to spread hate. Each form of false information is utilized for different purposes. Misinformation may be shared in an honest attempt to educate without knowing the fictitious content. Disinformation may be used to harm a receiver or for personal gain, and malinformation may be used to ruin reputations or spark hate. A healthy body through diet and exercise can cure mental health issues or illness is a statement that is explored in the article Scientists Discover a Particular Diet Lowers Stress Levels by Mental Health. This article is targeted at adults wishing to reduce stress levels, presenting diet as both a possible contributor and solution, and a simpler answer than time-consuming exercises like psychological therapies or meditation. Haas states emerging research that the Mediterranean diet, consisting greatly of seafood, whole grains, fruits and vegetables, may aid in lowering perceived stress and improving mood in comparison to the Western diet, largely consisting of red meat and processed foods. Perceived stress referring to one's subjective understanding and management of their own stress. A common misconception in the media is that diet can cure mental health issues and illnesses, whereas it can only assist in lowering stress, similarly to common stress interventions such as mindfulness exercises. The Mediterranean diet's ability to influence the gut-brain axis is suggested to be the cause of the correlation between the diet and the reduction of stress. The gut-brain axis is the bidirectional link between the central nervous system and enteric nervous system. Poor gut health can thus directly influence the brain and consequently mood and stress. And the Mediterranean diet is suggested to promote healthy gut microbiota. Gut microbiota refer to the plethora of microorganisms within the intestinal tract. These microbiotas can even increase serotonin production, consequently helping to regulate mood, sleep, and anxiety. As increased serotonin is linked to increased mood and reduced anxiety, with much of this neurotransmitter being derived from the gut. According to the research of Bruce Keller, Selbum and Bethune, 2018, the gut-brain axis disruption to the autonomic, neuroendocrine, enteric, and immune systems, as well as neurotransmitter production, such as serotonin, is important in its role in mental health, including major depressive disorders. However, the study is based upon the results of manipulation to animal microbiota and is not yet determined to be generalizable to humans. Haas further claims that the Mediterranean diet's constitution of being high in flavonoids renders cortisol production to be lowered. Cortisol is commonly characterized as the body's stress hormone. Ono et al. 2002 further claims that research suggests that some flavonoid phytochemicals have an inhibitory influence on adrenal cells and cortisol biosynthesis, henceforth decreasing cortisol production. Some of these flavonoids are more present in the Mediterranean diet compared to the Western diet, the consequent reduction of cortisol, thus decreasing stress. For this information and evidence, it can be determined that the article is representing true and accurate information in saying that the Mediterranean diet lowers stress levels. The research surrounding the gut-brain axis and flavonoids suggests that they can influence serotonin production and cortisol production, overall altering perceived stress. And although this suggests that diet cannot cure mental health issues and illness, it does propose that it can lower stress. It is presented very clearly within the conclusion of the article that diet is ultimately just a positive action towards a healthy body, which may beneficially alter one's perceived stress in addition to the biological processes that it causes, and that mental health is holistic and true psychological distress should have professional attention. The article's content is spread with the intention of informing the public on new research revolving around diet, stress, and mental health in an honest manner. Thus, it can be indicated that this article does not present misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. The information is not untrue or misleading, therefore not misinformation or disinformation, and it is not spread with the intention of harm, therefore not indicating malinformation. The article ultimately intends to improve people's lives with the information pertaining to lowering stress and positive impacts to mental health. It does not suggest that diet cures mental health issues or push unrealistic expectations of miracle solutions or reinforce improbable or harmful stereotypes. The article may influence people to change their diet with the aspiration of improving their well-being. However, it does not condone drastic behavioral changes. Haas provides an ethical spread of information as it does not promote harmful stereotypes, impractical behavior, destructive suggestions, or conflicting information. These negative examples can cause drastic consequences, including an erosion of trust in both credible and deceptive sources, and polarization. Polarization being defined in the Cambridge Dictionary as the act of dividing something, especially something that contains different people or opinions, into two completely opposing groups. It is further important to monitor the spread of health information, as false information pertaining to health can be destructive if believed, and behaviors are changed, resulting in catastrophically worse health conditions. The adults targeted within the article may believe any information claiming to lower stress, which could cause detrimental consequences to their well-being. However, the information shared with the article is deemed accurate and thus does not reinforce the misconception that diet can cure mental health issues. Thank you.